Hello there. My name is Building Stories, and today we are building stories. On this channel, we put together a Lego set while we talk about many heroes who have gone above and beyond at some point or another. We may get a little distracted along the way, but make sure, while telling this tale of heroism, you let me know how far you make it until you realize exactly what I'm building. Without further ado, it's time to start building stories. Hello and welcome as always. My name is Building Stories and we're going to talk about a couple acts of heroism, and we're not only going to talk about them, we're going to watch them. I'm going to have a couple videos pop up on the screen while I'm putting together this set. Let me know when you figure out what I'm building, and without further ado, I think it's time to get into building stories. Right away, we see a small car that has been trapped in floodwater. It's going to get pushed to safety via a much larger vehicle. That's what I'm talking about. There's going to be a lot of consistencies in this channel where you're going to see a lot of water, crosswalks, trains, subway tracks, animals, rescuing animals, and sports. Why these are patterns, I don't know, but this tends to be a lot of heroic acts we'll see. Speaking of sports, we have a gentleman. He gets the ball from baseball, for those of you who might not know, and he gives it to the young gal. A good move on his part. Sometimes heroes do the right thing, even when it doesn't necessarily benefit themselves, and that is truly heroic. Sometimes doing the right thing doesn't necessarily mean laying down one's life for a greater good. Sometimes it means slightly inconveniencing yourself. Well, as I said earlier, we're going to see a lot of crosswalks, we're going to see a lot of water, and here's a prime example. In Japan, these guardians of the children, as some might call them, will make sure they get to the classroom and back home safely. This woman is going into the floodwaters to help these children, and that is truly heroic. The next video does require just a touch of explaining. So what you see is a man on the sidewalk who is in need. And what makes this unique is he has some crutches of sorts that are out of sorts. And somebody comes up to him with a fresh pair of crutches that are able to help him. This doesn't necessarily fall under the crosswalk category, even though he might be intending of crossing the street. Moving forward under the categories was sports, which might include a good catch, but this good catch does not fall under a sports category. This is simply a good catch. Just watch. At this point, you probably have a pretty good guess of what I'm building, and that's a big part of the channel, is letting me know exactly when you know what I'm building. So, I think we all know what this is. Now, without further ado, moving on to more heroic acts. One of my favorite things about a hero is the lack of contemplation between doing a good deed. And there's no age requirement, because here we see a young man on a bicycle, and he sees something, and you and I both don't know what that is right now. But it becomes clear very quick. Looks like a purse. This young man saw a purse on the back of a car, and he said, maybe I should find the rightful owner, which is a train of thought that not very many people have. There's a lot of people who might pass that purse by or might even take from it. But the thing is with little hesitation, he stopped and got the purse back to its rightful owner. And that is an act of heroism. Ah, yes, the crosswalk category. Or is it the crosswalk category? Because this guy dives into this car, which is loose for one reason or another, and stops it before it goes into oncoming traffic, which is insane. So I guess crosswalk category by default. You let me know. And with little to no introduction, we're going to move into the rescuing animals montage. So what we have here is short shorts, tank top, highway, duckling. I don't know, that's heroic. Checks all the boxes. Back on the duckling list, we have duckling getting back to its mother, of course. All right, picking up a theme here. Animals, I love it. What could be next? Probably something cute and cuddly, right? Oh, no, it's a panther at the bottom of a well. So, I don't know if you've been messed up by a small cat, but a big cat, especially when it's upset or potentially stuck at the bottom of a well, it's probably dangerous. But these people go out of their way to save this cat because he's not getting out of there, or she's not getting out of there, who knows. And that is pretty scary to be one of those people, because an angry house cat can send a message. The panther can also send a message. Speaking of cats, unfortunately, this little guy is clinging for life and failing and still failing and still failing. And this is an American football game, and the only thing more American than an American football game is saving a cat with an American flag at an American football game. Period. Honestly, completely unintentional, but we're going to continue the animal heroism phase because when you got a good thing going, I guess you just don't leave it. Sea turtle in a net. Getting cut out. Fantastic. Heroic. I love it. Oh wow, that was a lot of net. That's way more net than I thought it was going to be. Okay. I only saw it was in the front. And then he just zips away at Mach 4. Alright, same sort of situation, but it feels a little bit more intense because it's a dog. The sea turtle was definitely endangered, just like this dog, but this feels crazy because this is a dog about to freeze to death in some freezing muddy water. And this guy jumps in himself and absolutely saves this dog. There's no other story about that. Hero. Done. Next question. And last but not least, lifeguard saving the life of a little girl. Could have been a rip current, she just could have gotten tired. I don't make the rules. All I know is this lifeguard saves her. Awesome video. And returns to her family. that is a happy ending. As always, I would like to thank you for hanging out today. My name is Building Stories, and together, we are building stories. Just remember, I'm going to send this set out to one of you, and until next time, have a wonderful day.